How to get a mortgage in Canada in 2024 and 2025 the right way. So I'm making this video today because a lot of people are making some savage mistakes that is costing them money, one, on their interest rate, and two, potentially not getting them approved for as much as they could get approved for. Now, I'm taking some notes that I'm going to refer to throughout this video, just so I make sure I don't miss anything. I'm going to go through all of the steps on how to buy real estate in Canada in 2024 and 2025. I'm also going to go through some stupid mistakes people make that cost them a lot of money and time. There are some mistakes that are holding people back from getting approved for a mortgage. And I'm just going to go over one of them real quick with you. Today, I ran into a guy and he had a $120,000 car payment that he bought last week. The guy only makes $55,000 a year, but he went and bought this $120,000 vehicle. It's so stupid. So I'm going to go through some examples, and of course I couldn't get him approved, but I'm going to go through some of the examples that will screw you up if you decide to do it. So step one of getting a mortgage, I will always say, is going to a mortgage broker to get approved for the mortgage. You're going to want to choose your mortgage broker very wisely. So number one, you're going to want to get somebody with a really good reputation. So you can look at things like Google reviews, you can talk to real estate agents, and you can look on websites to find somebody that has a really good reputation. The reason you don't want to go with just directly to a bank is because then you're stuck in that bank's box. Basically, what a mortgage broker will do for you is they'll take you outside of the bank's box and they'll fit you wherever your scenario fits in. Everybody's different. Some people are self-employed, some people are government workers, healthcare workers, some people are paid hourly, salary. There's so many differences. And some banks only like certain types of scenarios. So you want to go to a mortgage broker so that they can open you up to everything else that's out there, and they'll also give you better rates. So that's the number one thing I would say to do, is find a good mortgage broker and go with them. Number two is you're going to fill out a mortgage application. So once you've chosen your broker, the broker, they may meet you in office. They may just have you fill out an application online. I always get people just to fill out the application online. Ever since COVID, people don't want to see people anymore. So you fill out the application online and everything gets done really, really fast for you. You fill out your application and then you'll be prompted to upload some documents, or the broker will email you a list of documents that you need to get for the broker. So get those documents to the broker as soon as possible. Make sure you don't miss anything. I'll use an example of this. I had a client the other day. He had a job that paid him $55,000 a year, but his 2-year average was much higher than 55,000. If he only gave me his employment letter that said 55 grand on it, that's all I would base his approval under. So we went through a bunch of questions. I found out that he gets Canada Child Benefit and he was also divorced. So he gets some money from his ex who makes a lot more money than him. And his 2-year average was also higher. So I was able to approve this guy for a much higher amount because he got all of his documentation into me correct, exactly what I asked for. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to ask for a pre-approval letter. A lot of builders, a lot of realtors are going to ask you for a pre-approval letter. And if you're going to make an offer on a house, the sellers of the house, they're also going to want to make sure that you're pre-approved. If there are two offers being made on a property right now, yours, let's say you offered 500 grand, and another person, let's say they offered 500 grand, and yours is coming with a pre-approval letter, this makes it much more attractive for the people that are selling the house, because then they know that you can close the transaction with them. So ask your broker for a pre-approval letter. Always ask the mortgage broker about what type of promotional rates they have right now. So there's promotional rates for 30-day quick closes, sometimes 45-day closes. So make sure you ask the mortgage broker what kind of promotional rates they offer. Now, after you've gotten this pre-approval, then I would say it's time to choose a good real estate agent. And this is very, very important because every single person has a friend or a family member that's a real estate agent. And that's not always the best thing for you. The best thing for you is somebody who's going to get you the lowest price for the house, that's going to have good insurance, and that's going to be able to watch out for you and refer you to people that are very, very professional in the industry. And you also want to make sure it's somebody that you can get along with, that you have a good rapport with. It's going to make a world of a difference for you. And you want somebody that's going to have your best interests at heart. So, what I mean by that is some realtors are out there, they're just trying to get a commission. Some mortgage brokers are out there, they're just trying to get a commission as well. So, you want to make sure that you're working with somebody very, very professional and they're worth the value that you're going to be paying them. So I would definitely look at Google reviews when you're choosing a real estate agent. Maybe talk to a mortgage broker like myself, and I can refer you to a really good real estate agent. I know excellent real estate agents across Canada that I can refer you to that will watch out for your best interests. After you choose your real estate agent, you're going to want to talk to your mortgage broker throughout this whole process about what type of product you need. So you don't want to get it really into specifics at this point, but you need your mortgage broker to understand what type of things you're looking for. So if you want to pay the mortgage off really, really fast, you want a shorter term. If you have a high risk tolerance and you're willing to do a variable rate mortgage where payments go up and down, then talk to the mortgage broker about a variable rate. And if you have a low risk tolerance, please go with a fixed rate mortgage. It's the best thing that you can possibly do. You're going to tell your real estate agent, this is what I'm looking for in a property. Be as specific as possible so that you can get exactly what you're looking for. So in regards to that, you want to be as specific as I'm looking for a 2-story or a bungalow or a condo. How many bedrooms that you need in the property? Do you need a fully finished basement? Do you want a suite in the basement? And make sure when you're talking about that, talk to your mortgage broker too and let them know, for example, if you want a suite in the basement, you can qualify more if there's a legal suite in the property. So that's what I'm talking about. When you're talking to the broker, talk about your needs. So you've chosen your real estate agent. You told them exactly what type of product you're looking for. Now it's time to go shopping for a house. So you go and shop around for the house. The realtor might drive you around, or you might drive your vehicle behind the real estate agent or meet them at the property. So you go into some of these houses. The realtors will be emailing you every day some new listings that are out. And depending on the type of market you're in, you'll know if you have to make quick decisions or not. So basically, you go shopping for the property. Now you choose a property. After you choose the property, you are going to make an offer. So the real estate agent's going to assist you in making an offer. You want to have your own real estate agent. Please do not go directly to the house thinking you're going to save money on commission. You're not. The realtor that's selling the house is going to get paid twice. So what you should do is have your own real estate agent, have your own representation so that they can cover you with their insurance for one, and two, have your absolute best interest at heart. They're going to want to get you a good deal on the property. They're going to want you to refer them to their friends and family later on. So make sure you're working with your own real estate agent. So the realtor writes up the offer, whatever you want it written up at. Make sure you have conditions on your offer so that you can get out of it. Normally, as a mortgage broker, I like 10 business days for conditions. That's your financing condition. And what a condition is basically it's getting out of it if you can't get the financing. So that's your financing condition. Now, there's other conditions out there. On any property, you're going to probably want to get an inspection. So then you would have an inspection condition on the property. And usually it's around 10 business days, and that's cross Canada. So those are some of the conditions that you could have on there. I know in sellers markets may not have as many conditions, but these are your potential outs, and make sure you have some sort of condition on there so you can get out of a property. In these seller markets, you'll find that some real estate agents, and I'm not saying all of them, so don't burn me on this, but some people will encourage you to have less conditions. If you're not 100% comfortable with this, then you should not do it. You should need to trust your gut. I had a real estate agent the other day. She encouraged their new to Canada client to put an $80,000 deposit on a house and have no conditions, thinking that they would get their financing within a year. The people didn't even have a mortgage approval. It was madness. So they went to their bank, the bank declined them. Now they're $80,000 out of pocket. They came to me after, and they're very lucky that they had 80 grand to put down. Because if they didn't, I would not have been able to save that deal. I get tons of deals done that other brokers can't. So make sure you call me if you find yourself in any type of weird situation where you have not been approved for a mortgage. Next thing you do is you submit your accepted offer to your mortgage broker. Now you're going to talk about the very specifics of it: variable rate, fixed rates, how long the term is going to be, and you're going to talk about life insurance. You're going to be offered disability and life insurance. If you don't have good life insurance, I recommend you get it for sure. A lot of people have life insurance through their work, and work life insurance goes away when the job goes away. So it's better to get the life insurance now while you're still young, if you're still young, and get it in with the mortgage. But if you have a separate policy that covers you, then you probably don't need it. But definitely talk to the mortgage broker or an insurance agent about that. After that, you make sure you talk to the mortgage broker about different types of lenders. So there are all different types of lenders out there. You want to make sure you get somebody really, really reputable. Don't always go for the lowest rate. Some lenders will offer the lowest rate, but then there is no customer service department for you to call and ask questions. Getting a payout or anything like that is a disaster, a nightmare. I dealt with one bank the other day, popular bank with some mortgage brokers. I can tell you the name if you want it. I'm not allowed to put it on the video, I'm sure. But anyway, they wouldn't give a payout statement to one of my clients, and the client's mortgage was up for renewal. They would not put them on any other term other than a 5-year fixed term. So they were forcing this client to be stuck with them. So you want to make sure you're going with a lender that is reputable. Talk to the mortgage broker about that. Ask around, do some research before you make a decision. A small interest difference is not going to be the end of the world when it comes to this. You can also negotiate with some lenders. So talk to the mortgage broker about that too. Make sure you don't get a lazy mortgage broker, because there are lazy mortgage brokers out there that will not shop around for you. Call me if you have any questions, if you're buying anywhere in Canada, because I will make sure you get the absolute lowest possible rates, but also the best terms. So after that, the mortgage broker submits it to the bank of your choice, and you get the mortgage approval. So you sign off on the mortgage approval, you sign off on the insurance if you want to get the insurance. That's all submitted to the bank. Don't remove your financing condition yet, please. It's not time yet. You have to wait until the bank sends the mortgage broker something back that says all broker conditions satisfied. And basically, what that means is that the bank is saying, yes, we are going to fund this, and we're going to send the documentation to your lawyer. So after they send the documentation to the lawyer, that's called instructing the lawyer. You don't really need to know too much about that part, but you need to get something from your mortgage broker that says, go ahead and remove conditions. Don't just do it verbally, because there are some brokers out there that'll just go lazy people. Make sure you get a mortgage broker that writes an email to you that says all broker conditions satisfied. You can go ahead and remove your financing condition. So during this whole time, you're going to be looking at getting inspections, condo document reviews, whatever your conditions are, and deciding on whether you want to finalize the deal with the seller of the property. Your real estate agent is going to walk you through step by step. They may know good inspectors, but also do your research on that. They may know good appraisers. They may know good lawyers. If you need a referral to any of these, please give me a call anytime, including real estate agents. Like I said, I know realtors across Canada that are really good for your needs. The next part of this is you're going to go and sign off all your documentation with your lawyer and bring him the rest of the balance of money that's owing. So you would have put an initial deposit down when you put the offer in on the property. It could have been as low as $1,000, could have been as high as $100,000. I don't know, but there may be a remaining balance owing, and you also have to pay legal fees. So the lawyer is going to tell you exactly how much to bring in, and then you go and sign your final document with the lawyers. After that, you wait for the possession date, where the real estate agent will contact the lawyer and the mortgage broker will contact the lawyer and find out if keys are released. That's the description of what happens on the possession date. But basically, that's the day house is yours. Normally, key release happens around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. At that point, the house is yours. Book your movers, move into the property, and away you go. So if you have any mortgage related questions about this, please feel free to give me a call anytime or email me. I put all of my links in the description below, but hold on, don't go yet, because I'm going to tell you the dumb things people do during the mortgage process. You need to know this so that you don't make the same mistakes. Now, this is with the goal of getting the maximum approval that you can possibly get and actually getting approved for a mortgage. So the number one thing I see people do is they go over the limit on their credit cards or they miss payments. Oh, please don't do this during your mortgage approval. So I'm going to pull your credit bureau today and I have 30 days to get this mortgage done. If I don't get it done within that 30-day time period, then I'm going to have to pull your credit again. That's what the banks want. So they're constantly checking your credit to make sure it's good. If you go over the limit on a credit card, your credit score drops huge. And if you're anywhere on that borderline of getting approved and not approved, then this will screw you up and it could cause your approval to be canceled. So make sure you don't do that. Missing payments, obviously, don't miss payments. Your credit score will drop. A lot of this is based around your credit score. Buying cars. Don't buy a vehicle during your mortgage process, or if you are planning on buying a house, don't buy a vehicle before your mortgage process. I had a guy the other day, he bought a $120,000 truck. He only makes 55 grand a year. I said, man, are you out of your mind? You bought a $120,000 truck. Now I can't approve you for anything. Get out of here. I didn't say get out of here. I said go get a cosigner. But that is a big, big mistake that a lot of people make is they buy vehicles during the mortgage process. And I shouldn't be teaching this, but if you're putting 5% down and buying a rental property, which you're not allowed to do, then don't tell your lawyer that you're buying it as a rental property. It has to be an owner-occupied property. Don't go to multiple brokers or multiple banks. The more you have your credit pulled, the lower your credit score will be. It's really, really silly. So make sure you just get a high volume mortgage broker that gets the lowest rates in Canada, and then you'll get the absolute lowest rate. Make sure you shop around. You can look at some of the rates online, but talk to the mortgage broker about it before you make any decisions about shopping around at other brokers or banks, because you could have your credit pulled at multiple places. Even applying for a car loan is an absolute disaster because what car dealerships do is they go and they shop you all over the place. So they'll pull your credit 10, 20 times sometimes, and your credit score will drop significantly. So just be really aware of that. Don't put lowball offers in a seller market and expect to get the house. It doesn't make any sense. If you're in a seller's market, it'll be all over the news. Your real estate agent will tell you, your mortgage broker will tell you. Don't even bother putting in lowball offers. It doesn't work ever. So don't waste your time doing it. Don't waste the real estate agent's time. Make sure in a seller's market you're making strong offers. Working with your friend or family member that is a mortgage broker or real estate agent. This screws up a lot of people and it screws up a lot of relationships. I see it happen all the time. Not every one of your friends who is a real estate agent is a good one. Not every one of your friends who is a mortgage broker is a good one either. So don't take it as such. Make sure you do your research before you hire. And on top of that, this is a relationship ruiner. If you don't end up buying a house off of that real estate agent friend of yours and you hired them in the first place, you're going to lose a friend. The same thing with the mortgage. If you are talking to your mortgage broker friend every week about interest rates and getting advice from them, and then you don't use them, you're going to probably lose a friend. So make sure if you are planning on talking to them, they are a professional and know what they're doing. And the last thing is working with a realtor or mortgage broker because they're good looking. I know there's all these people that are mad flashy online, showing off, looking fancy in their dress or their fancy hair, whatever it might be. Some of these people don't sell a lot. They look like they sell a lot, but some don't sell a lot. Some don't know what they're doing. So make sure you do your research beyond the social media, beyond the look, before you hire a real estate agent or a mortgage broker. Guys, thank you very much for watching the video. My name is Sean Rampersad. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you on the other end.